Hello everyone, it is September 1st, 2020. Welcome to episode 7 of The Gentleman's Guide to Flirting. In this episode, I want to take a little time to give you a status update on the book and also dig a little more into the reason why I wrote this to begin with. So, why did I write this book? Why does it need to exist? And why did I create the supporting YouTube channel and podcast? Basically, I see a huge problem out there in society. And to do my small part to address that problem, I want to suggest a change in our culture. The issue is that large. Specifically, I mean, over the course of my life, I have known too many people, both men and women, trapped in relationships that make them miserable. I also see too many people struggling with dating or meeting good people. Too many people out there are living lives of quiet suffering for years and years, either due to not finding someone great or being with the wrong person. For those with this problem in relationships, they may feel that they cannot split up or otherwise try to seek happiness for themselves due to not wanting to lose their family or upset their children, or they are trapped due to an expensive property transaction or business arrangement, or one or both parties cannot function on their own due to financial reasons. For those trying to meet someone new, there is a lot of bad advice out there, and the whole thing can be a minefield. I intend to do something about this. I want to help millions of men of all ages, all over the world, achieve higher levels of happiness and satisfaction in life and their relationships from the very start to the end. For years, I've been wondering if there were better ways to avoid making common mistakes or missing good opportunities. What can someone do to put themselves on track for a higher probability of success in meeting the best woman for them and for establishing and cultivating healthy and fulfilling relationships with women? For those that are single and lonely and wanting to meet someone, how can they go about achieving that no matter what their current circumstances are, what they look like, and do that in a way that sets themselves up for happiness and success? One step toward achieving that goal of changing the culture, that soaring aspiration, and helping millions of men out there meet great ladies is the creation of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting book. The book is intended to help men get off to a good start in ways that are effective and work in the real world, and that avoid problems in the first place, and set themselves up for lasting happiness in their relationships with women, and if they later choose, marriage and starting a family. The book goes about doing all of that in 3 major phases or areas. 1, getting yourself right, getting your mindset right. 2, sharing a detailed process for meeting and screening ladies to find the right ones, with plenty of examples. And 3, not messing that up when you've accomplished the first 2 parts. The first phase is in part 1 of the book. Part 1 is inward focused, where the man needs to determine what he is looking for, and he needs to get his mindset right. That's quite a bit of material and covers a lot of necessary ground. On top of that, we establish 10 rules for your conduct and behavior for avoiding mistakes in the flirting and dating process. The second phase is in parts 2 and 3 of the book. Parts 2 and 3 provide very practical, real-world examples for making initial approaches for both in-person and online situations and dating after that. Part 2 covers in-person, Part 3 covers online, because that is different enough and certainly broad enough of a topic for its own section. Part 4, the third phase, covers something equally vital: cultivating and sustaining relationships. What do I mean? Just because you successfully meet, date, and get a girlfriend, partner, or wife, that does not mean your task is over. No, not at all. There are plenty of ways to screw that up. In part 4, we get into the ups and downs of that and give you advice on keeping your relationships healthy and managing through and dealing with challenges that may arise over the months and years that follow meeting and connecting with that right someone. The back of the book has helpful checklists, so you don't have to flip through the whole book to look for key material later. There's tough love in this book. There's very candid and in some cases, sometimes harsh advice that is hard to find or learn in pieces, much less find distilled into a single convenient place. I sugarcoat nothing, and I hold nothing back, because I want this to work for you. My intent from day 1 of writing this book is to have at least one life-changing idea or comment on every single page of the book. No matter where you open it up, I want to draw you in. And I want to include tons of ready-to-use, real-world examples to help you along. And I did exactly that. All right, what's the status of the book? Where's the book? It's on course for availability in November of 2020. My timeline aims for November 1st, and that is a date I intend to hit unless some technical problem arises with the final publishing process. I'm not sure if I will release an ebook or not. Let me know in the comments or DM me or email me if you'd like to see an ebook, but I definitely will have a print version available through Amazon.com. I have a great person helping format the inside copy of the book as we speak. And as you see and hear here, I have started letting the world know that this resource, this book, exists or soon will exist through social media and the podcast. What is the roadmap? What is the path forward? The book itself, like I said before, is due out in November of 2020. An app is planned for 2021. I don't have a specific date for that yet. The app will run on Apple and Android devices and will be how I release hundreds of flirting examples from time to time for both in-person and online situations. Those examples will be ones that simply didn't fit into the book. But don't worry, that isn't an upsell attempt. There is plenty of good, ready-to-use content in the book for you now. On the website, gentlemansguidetoflirting.com, you may have noticed the assessment link at the top, the assessment menu item at the top. There will be something in place for an assessment tool on the day the book is first available for sale. That will probably be basically a spreadsheet or something that's very easy to use. We'll see how demand goes before I put a pay for and publish a full application there. What happens after the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting book gets released in November? Well, I have a second book planned for late 2021. That second book expands on part 1, which is all about you and your mindset. The second book will be more holistic, more of an overall philosophy and not focused on just flirting and dating. I'll have more to say on that subject early in 2021, after the dust has settled in getting the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting book out. One question I think I will get after the book is released is, what is the assessment thing on the website? By that I mean, if you go to gentlemansguidetoflirting.com, there's an assessment menu option at the top of the page. I want to go into a little bit what that is there. Initially, on the first day of the book's release, there will most likely be a spreadsheet there. Later, if there's enough demand, I will pay someone to create an application that will run in your web browser on your laptop or tablet or phone. And just to be clear, I collect no personal information. I absolutely respect your privacy. You can look at the privacy link at the bottom of the webpage to see more details about that. But basically, the only stuff that is logged on my website, no matter where you go in there, is just basic stuff to help me troubleshoot issues with the website, problems with crashing, problems with not loading, problems with issues, performance under load, but nothing about your personal data and nothing about your assessments. I can't store your assessment information because I never see it. It only exists on your device. What is involved in those assessments is very personal, obviously, and should be in your control. Yours alone, 100%. There is no database. There is no server behind that website. All right. I'll announce the book's availability through all channels when I have a confirmed date when it will go on sale. That will be somewhere on or near November 1st, 2020. Buy it for a family member or friend or someone else you care about. I think it will make a great Christmas gift and something that can truly change their lives. Get one for yourself. Get one for every man in your family or a close friend that is lonely or having trouble finding or keeping girlfriends, or maybe you hate their girlfriend choices. I don't know. Or or are yourself that special guy that just needs some guidance meeting a great girl. Pickup artist books and videos online don't work. That's not what this book is about at all. You can get a sense of my philosophy and approach through my YouTube videos and podcasts. I am all about confidence and being positive and meeting women in genuine and honest and fun ways. You'll see. Give it a try. Also, keep up with the content on the YouTube channel or the podcast, whichever way you prefer to keep up to date. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and be sure to comment and hit like. Subscribe to the podcast. It should be available wherever you find your favorite podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and many more. I will release at least one piece of content per week Currently, that happens at exactly 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time every Tuesday for both the YouTube channel and the podcast. If you prefer, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Twitter is at Guide to Flirting, at Guide to Flirting. Instagram is Gents Guide to Flirting, Gents Guide to Flirting. And I normally release the videos through IGTV, Instagram TV. For Facebook, search for Gentleman's Guide to Flirting to find the page there. I am experimenting with putting the same videos from YouTube out through Facebook Video and IGTV. Well, that is all that I have to update you on right now. If you have any questions about what I covered or if I missed something, hit me up in the comments on the YouTube channel, shoot me an email, or ask me on Twitter or on Instagram. See you again next week. Take care now.